today, the Plunderite Empress has started the annual Eternity Dardas competition, and it's to take place on Pyader Island. Came this messenger pony all of a sudden, who appeared to be one of the Plunderite males. It's a bit sudden. The Plunderite Empress has been gone for a long time, away on business for the time fixers, but has never declared the competition before. We accept, said Prince Gaia, before turning to Princess Twilight and her group. You are all free to join or watch. The Plunderites are honorable only during these games, so they'll follow the rules, including no violence. Anyone can play, and anything is bettable as long as both players find they are betting worth each other's time. Are you okay with that? Yes, we'll come, said Princess Twilight, who was sure the Plunderite Empress is probably the assassin, or knows who the assassin who tried to do in Vel during their last time travel adventure, which is how Vel came to be with them. They crossed the bridge to Pyader Island, the home of the Plunderite faction and Shadow Pony tribe. The game mostly also one pair of dice for each player, and most of the others were betting things like bits of food rations. So anything can be gambled on, and no violence. They were also in what appeared to be a pirate-style gambling area that took up most of the Plunderites' village, with many platforms and a gate blocking entrance to a cave home, while some built-in decks from the pieces of the pirate ship above it. Yep, said Queen Gaia with a nervous look, as most of the Plunderites were eyeing them while watching others play against the wildlings. Anyone can play, and anyone can be challenged, and anything can be betted as long as both players find it worthy of getting. Then I challenge the Plunder Empress, said Vel all of a sudden, and every creature turned to look at her. The Plunderites grinned and chuckled as they heard the heavy stomping of something walking down the side of these steps, and everyone turned to see the Plunder Vine covered 4 hoofs of a new Plunderite on the scene, dressed in a pirate outfit. Just the jacket, but the hat, as the one who just showed up said with an evil grin, "Challenge accepted." What are you doing? No one ever challenges their leader, and she's been the champion for all the competitions ever since she took over, said Queen Gaia as the Plunderite set up a game table and pieces for both players. Well, this is crazy. You've never played this game before, and it's a gambling game. We don't even know her, said Princess Twilight, but the dead cold glare in Vel's eyes told her she wasn't backing down, so she turned to the Plunderite Empress. I'm Twilight Sparkle, and this is... Oh, I know who you all are. Let's just say we had a ghost of the past encounter once, but not face to face, as we were far away, said the Empress Fiora Wilder. I am guessing the rentier isn't familiar with this game. I'll allow you all to help her in learning the rules, but no magic or anything to cheat. Otherwise, I get to do the same. I promise we won't. At least they're honorable, said Queen Gaia before explaining the rules to Vel and how to play which turn is out, similar to chess. Okay, now, are you two going to place bets? Oh, definitely, said Princess Fiora Wilder with an Empress Fiora Wilder with an evil snicker, but appeared she was only going to use her hoofs for this round. But I'm curious enough to just let the runt go first. What could I have that she wants since we just met? Information. I want to know who shot this dart and what kind of poison was used on me, said Vel, who pulled out the dart that nearly killed her from her saddlebag, which surprised every creature as they had no idea she kept it. You're the highest ranking of your kind. I suspect you would know. I would, okay, but if that's what you're betting to get from me, then I want your ring, said Empress Fiora Wilder before pointing to the only accessory she has. No, absolutely not. You have to choose, said Princess Twilight, but she was cut off by Vel, shouting, "Deal!" I can't believe this. Sombra was right about it being a bad idea to bring her along on this mission. Everything is going according to Lady Selpha's plan, she says. I just have to make sure Vel challenges me and make sure she loses, which will be easy since I've never lost this game in years, thought Empress Fiora Wilder before they began the game. The first session, the Empress appeared to be rusty and appeared to be losing to Vel a bit of confidence, but Vel seemed to be able to read her mind by looking at her face. Vel held in there 10 rounds before Empress Fiora Wilder agreed to let the others bring snacks before the final 3 rounds. Vel actually was winning by then, but then Empress Fiora Wilder turned the tables and beat her. I lost, you win, said Vel, who wasn't about to be a sore loser, and gave up her ring. Hey, for all it's worth, you're not so bad for a newbie, said Princess Fiora Wilder before leaving the scene with the ring, and Val returned with the others to the wildlings' village. Val was alone, looking at her tail claw where her ring used to be, when she said as she turned to see Empress Fiora Wilder step out of the shadows, I didn't peg you for the gloating type, seeing the way you complimented me. Well, I'm not. Despite the win, I'm going to still give you what you were asking for, said Empress Fiora Wilder, who was surely talking about the poisoned dart. It was me. What? Asked Vel, who was stunned by how forward it was. I was the sniper who shot you with the dart that almost killed you, confessed Empress Fiora Wilder, as Vel looked like she was going to call the others for help. Please, I'm not stupid enough to try that again, even on my neighbor's home island. The confession isn't the only reason I'm here, though. I need to tell you something. Without that ring, you aren't out of danger. Lady Fiora will want you dead, and soon you'll be begging for me to grant you that mercy. Why would I do that? Asked Vel, who was confused. The elements of harmony are the only thing that can stop her plans. It was the truth of why she tried to get rid of you, said Empress Fiora Wilder while walking over to the edge of this cliff, overlooking Moonlight Sea as the breeze began to blow through their fur. Your alicorn friend started a war when she exposed the existence of those 2 time travelers. Time shouldn't have been messed with at all. Years ago, before Veronica left Lady Selpha's group, she predicted that snake's downfall. She said that the elements of harmony will destroy her and everything she's ever built. Lady Selpha was enraged and began looking through every era in history she knew the elements of harmony wouldn't be around for a long time after she heard that dark prophecy, and there was no real way of destroying them once they came to be, but their barriers can be. She knew it would be too big of an effect on history to destroy all the barriers to bearers to self-preserve, so she thought, what if only one wasn't to finish the circle? She fixed history so that Princess Twilight would never use their power against her because of her and her friend's pure heart. But when the princess went back in time and saved your life, things started to change, all because of her actions and you. I don't see what I have to do with the elements of harmony, said Vel, who was waiting for her to get to the point. Fine, I'll sum it up for you. There are 6 elements total: loyalty, honesty, laughter, generosity, kindness, and magic, said Empress Fiora, who turned with an annoyed face to her. Twilight is the 6th element on that list, but in reality she is only second in line for that role. Yeah, that bit about her in Twilight isn't the same as in the show. What? But what would that mean? I was supposed to represent the element of magic? Realized Val, who looked to her claws as she raised her front legs off the ground and stared at them. But I can't use magic without my ring. Oh, you can, and will be able to. It just hasn't happened yet, said Empress Fiora Wilder, while turning to leave, but then stopped to look over her shoulder at Vel. That's why we are so sure you will let us finish what we started with you before this is all over. Because in this reality, your existence and Twilight accepting her dark magic of an inheritance will cause the elements of harmony to stop believing her worthy of her element and break off from her. You can take a wild guess who they'll choose if not her, but the question remains. Will you let this happen or make sure Twilight stays the barrier of the element of magic? Her future in that department depends on you.